Yo, what's up guys? It's your boy Anizi with part 2 of What If Naruto Had the Fate Summons and was trained by. So guys, we last left off on Naruto summoning the Saber class Euphoria Pendragon when being attacked by Mizuki. We then saw him getting trained by all of the heroes and making a deal with Gilgamesh. And finally finding out that his mother was taken by Danzo and Hiruzen to breed some Uzumakis for the village. So let's get started. It was 4 PM right now. They were making plans for the night, which the team was going to attack the root base and break out Kushina. Currently we see Naruto at the Whirlpool village. He had summoned several caster class servants to repair the village using their magic, and also to cast an illusion on Whirlpool to make it look like it was still broken. After an hour of using magic, Whirlpool was fully fixed, but to the outside world, people not in the barrier, it looked broken, and only Naruto and someone of his bloodline or his servants can enter it. Wow, it's beautiful, Naruto says, looking at his home in its former glory as the servant Medea came up. That it is, Naruto-kun. You finally fixed your home village, Medea says, as she noticed Naruto got angry. Why are you angry, Naruto-kun? You should be happy, Medea says. I am. It's just that stupid Hidden Leaf village. They sold up my family's village. Fate to my mother's kidnapping so that Naruto can sweep in and save her and become my sperm donor so that they can use me as weapon for the village. I hate them. We Uzumaki just want to live in peace and they destroyed us, Naruto yelled as Medea hugged him. You know, my story isn't too different, Naruto-kun. I was also tricked by a man. I'll give you some advice. In a few hours, you get to use your anger, but don't let it control you or you'll make mistakes, Medea says. You're right, I'll kill Danzo with my own 2 hands, Naruto says. We now see Naruto in armor, and also the rest of him and his servants were under illusions that made them look like cloud shinobi. Archer is currently standing on the highest platform of the leaf, as Archer took a spear looking sword and made a bow out of nowhere and aimed it at the root base. As red energy comes from the sword, he then launches it straight to the base, destroying the whole top floor of the base, killing millions of root shinobis as Naruto and his servants charge in. Archer then, as ordered, started to fire lots of explosive swords at the village's Anbu headquarters, even the Hokage Anbu and the root Anbu headquarters, the water dams, food storages, weapon shops and factories. Meanwhile, with the team, Hercules was leading the charge into the root base, taking the shots of the root Anbu and killing them on the way. Euphoria uses her speed to slice and put many root shinobis out of their misery. Lancer, with me, Naruto yells as he runs to the cell that Kushina is holding, with Hassan covering him. Naruto gets to the cell and was about to open it when wood erupts straight towards him. So, you cloud shinobis think you can steal this rare Uzumaki breeding stock from the Leafs, the strongest village, Danzo says, as Naruto got angry hearing this and he leaked out Ninetales chakra. Oh, so it's not the cloud village. I should have known it was you disgraceful Ninetales. You got your hands on some power and you think that you can oppose your betters? When I'm done with you, you'll be nothing but a servant, Danzo says, as he was nearly pierced in the heart by his lance, but dodged it, only for the lance to hit his Sharingan eye in his eye socket, which was Shishui's eye. Lancer stood there. So you survived, you bastard. How dare you? That eye was worth more than this entire village combined. That was the most powerful Sharingan, Danzo said. Lancer, take Mother and get out of here. I'll take care of Danzo, Naruto says. But Master, Lancer was about to say, but was cut off. Please, Lancer, just get her to safety. I won't be able to fight knowing that she's in danger, Naruto screamed. Very well, Master, if that's what you desire, I shall oblige, Lancer says as grabbed Krishna and ran towards Ryder. Now, Danzo, you will suffer. Come forth, Caliban, Naruto says, summoning the gift that Gilgamesh gave him. Naruto rushed towards Danzo with high speed. He was journey level speed at best, even though he was trained by the servants. Because all the training he did was mental, not physical, he was still kind of slow compared to the servants, even though in his mindscape he was able to beat the servants, or some low class servants, and also tie with some high class servants like Shiro and Gilgamesh. However, Danzo barely dodged Naruto's strike, but Naruto anticipated this with his skills and then curved the swing of his sword, cutting Danzo's heart. You're way more skilled than I thought, but your body is too weak, Danzo says, coming back as the Danzo that Naruto sliced turned into glass and shattered, but was surprised when wood sprouted out and latched onto Danzo. How do you have the wood style? Wait, that's not wood style. It doesn't even absorb chakra, Danzo says. It's not chakra, it's a magic attack. The power that only I possess, Naruto says. But Danzo broke out using Izanagi. Naruto managed to sense Danzo appearing right behind him as he stabbed Danzo's heart again, as he noticed that 3 Sharingan eyes were closed. So you're not immortal. It's those eyes that are somehow protecting you, Naruto says, as he looks down at the 10 Sharingan eyes to see some of them have closed. So that's how those ugly cheating eyes help you. So after you just beat you a few more times, Naruto says. You're a rip of Hercules, Naruto taunts. I don't know who that is, but there's nothing more powerful than a Sharingan, Danzo says. Naruto then traced 1,000 blades and set it towards Danzo, who managed to dodge about 500 of them before getting pierced in the heart as another Sharingan eye shot. Naruto managed to cut off Danzo's head by catching him off guard when he respawned. Danzo then appeared once again, but this time he was about to kill Naruto because he got straight behind Naruto, but only for Saber to come in and slice off Danzo's head clean. Master, the henchmen have been taken care of, and the others are holding them off because the Hokage's Anbu have joined to help Danzo. So I have come to assist you, as the others have told me to. And also Lancer has made it to the rider's chariot and is on the way to land of Whirlpool as we planned, Saber says. Damn you demon and damn that whore, Danzo yelled, before Naruto appeared behind him again. But this time Danzo made a wind wall and then pulled out his katana as the two started to cross blades, Naruto easily overpowering Danzo thanks to his superior skills. Naruto then managed to cut Danzo's head off. Naruto then aimed at Danzo's head when he reformed himself, cutting it off again. Danzo then used his last eye to flee the whole area. Right now Danzo was currently outside of the orphanage, running. Damn you demon, I need to get to Hiruzen and warn him, Danzo says. Archer, aim for Danzo, kill him with your Kalidbog. We can't let him tell that bastard of a Hokage we did this, or else all our plans will go to nothing, Naruto communicated, using magic. Archer then used his enhanced sight to follow Naruto's orders as he spotted Danzo's running near the orphanage. I have eyes on him, he's running near the orphanage. Shall I hold back until he's out of range? Archer says. Fire at the orphanage. They treated me like crap, Naruto yelled, using magic to speak. As you wish, master, Archer says as he fires an exploding sword at the orphanage, effectively blowing up the entire district, killing Danzo along with thousands of people. Hokage Anbu appeared at the scene as Naruto and the others ran towards Naruto's apartment when they managed to get out of the sight of the Anbu, and then Naruto pretended to sleep while the servants dematerialized. Faster made it look like the shinobi escaped using her illusions. Naruto then got a telepathic message from Lancer. Master, your mother has successfully made it out of the leaf and into the Whirlpool village and is currently being healed by second caster Tamino no Mei, Rider says. Thanks, Iskandar-ni, Naruto says. Naruto then slept on Saber's lap since his normal pillows were not comfortable since Leaf would sell him used up pillows that had no fluff in them. As Atoria petted his hair, Naruto can rest now. Your mother is safe. We the female servants all grew to love you, he whispered as Naruto's unconscious body snuggled into her lap. It was now the next day. Naruto woke up as he saw that he was on Saber's lap. He was currently playing with his hair. Good morning, master. Let's eat, shall we, she says, as Naruto agreed. Only a few more weeks and I'll join you, mum, Naruto says, as he got confirmation that his mother has fully been healed and has successfully woken up from her coma, where she was explaining everything that happened. After eating, Naruto went to his drawer and picked up a dagger and looked at it. Naruto took the dagger up as he remembered when he was 5 how some toad guy tried to kill him, saying it was worth it since the demon won't be able to control the fate of the world and that he will rewrite the prophecy from the elder toad or something like that. Naruto thought that guy was on crack. Saber came up to Naruto with some beans and toast and packed it in a lunchbox. Naruto and Saber arrived at the training grounds. You're late, Baka! Sakura screeched and tried to punch Naruto, only for Naruto to slap her and then punch in the face. Shut up, you dumb bitch, Naruto yelled, punching her as the emo ran to stop him, but Saber quickly sent him flying away with a wind slash from her sword as Sasuke tried to get back up. I've had enough of you, you dumb ugly whore. I'll beat the confidence that Ino gave you right out of you, Naruto yelled, as he tried on punching and hitting her, stomping on her. She was bleeding everywhere, from knees to toes, heads to shoulders, her whole body. She had pierced blood vessels. Her face was bruised up. Her skin was falling off. Stop, please don't hurt me, Sakura screamed out as Sasuke tried to run and help her. You won't interfere with my master and educating a pink gorilla, Saber says, as she did another wind slash at him, sending him flying back again. Dobe, you're gonna kill her, stop, Sasuke yelled. Good, she either dies or she becomes so shy that she will never speak again, more shy than that Hyuga bitch in our class, Naruto yells, as he continued to punch her and beat her, until Kakashi appeared and grabbed his hand. Naruto, what are you doing? Kakashi says. Saber was about to slash Kakashi's hand off, but Naruto told her to stop. Kakashi, seeing Naruto calm down, let go of him. Let's have a 15-minute break and then we'll go to Lord Hokage and sort this out, as he started to bandage up the whore's body. The whore had several broken bones, ruptured blood vessels, her face was bleeding all over and was unhealable. She had scars all over her face, and Naruto also engraved whore on her forehead. Naruto and Saber were currently savoring the moment, looking at Sakura screaming as Kakashi tried to heal her with the first aid kit, as they were eating their baked beans and toast. After that, they were still eating, while Sasuke and Sakura looked at them starving. Sasuke got angry, while Sakura looked at Naruto in fear and terror, as if he was some sort of god of vengeance. After the two finished, Kakashi decided to head towards the Hokage. Kakashi explained what has happened since he was hiding in a tree. So, Kakashi, let me get this right. Naruto, you nearly killed a fellow genin for attacking you, and Kakashi, you allowed it to happen since you wanted them to sort out their problems by themselves. Have I got that wrong? Hiruzen says, as nobody said anything. Sakura Harano, your punishment for provoking Naruto. You will have a month of no pay missions, Hiruzen says, as Sakura nodded in terror looking at Naruto. Even hearing the name Naruto made her jump up in fear. Naruto, you will be removed from Team 7 due to nearly killing your teammate, even though she provoked it, and having your servant or summon preventing the other teammate from helping the one you beat up. You will also be put under the apprenticeship of Ambukat or Yu-Gi-Oh, as you know her as, Hiruzen says, as Yu-Gi-Oh appeared. Wait a minute, why does the demon dead last get to be apprentice? He's too dangerous for society, while I and Uchiha Elite am stuck with. Imo was cut off as Hiruzen sent killing intent towards him. Kakashi here is the only one who could train you in using the Sharingan since he has one, and is the strongest of our shinobis. So Sasuke, I'll give you one choice. You either accept the Sharingan no Kakashi as your sensei, or I will put you as the apprentice of Ebisu, Hiruzen says. Sasuke, knowing how weak and shit Ebisu was, paled in fear. I'll take Sharingan no Kakashi. Hat dope, I've got the best. Should have treated Sakura better, Sasuke says, as Sakura was about to laugh, but then remembered the beatdown as she suddenly stopped. Sorry Naruto, please don't hurt me, she says, as Naruto, seeing this, sent more killing intent towards her, making her drop. Naruto Uzumaki, stop this right now, Hiruzen says, as Naruto reluctantly stopped. In order to get out of this village, you would have to play the role of being good for now. Team 7, as I was saying before the so-called emo elite interrupted me, this is your new teammate, Sai. Now, if you excuse me, I will have to go to see to the repairs of the village from last night's attack from the cloud, Hiruzen said, as Naruto smiled mentally. Ego then took Naruto to the forest of death. My friend Uncle has allowed us to use this as our training ground. Now for your first test. Without any summons, you will fight me, Yugo says. Okay, Naruto says, as he charges toward Yugo with his sword. Yugo blocked the strike from Naruto's sword, sending her own, which was also blocked by Naruto. Yugo then jumps up and sends a wind slash at Naruto. Naruto counters with his own. Naruto then uses a mana burst, buffing his speed, defense and strength. Naruto then uses his new speed to get behind Yugo as he breaks the sound barrier and then slices Yugo's sword, breaking it, with which he puts a sword to her neck and puts kunai on her back with his free hand, drawing out a bit of blood, sending killing intent towards her. Give up, Naruto says. I give up, Yugo says, not seeing a way to escape. Krishna Sensei, your son has inherited your sword skills, she says. You passed, Naruto. We will now go and do some C-rank missions tomorrow, since we don't need to do D rank since those are teamwork exercises, Yugo says. Okay, sensei, Naruto says as Saber comes towards Naruto. Looks like you got a better sensei than the last one, and you actually had fun this time, Saber says. Saber, let's go home, I'm tired, Naruto says, tired from using the mana burst. Honestly, master, you need to start working on your body again. Don't forget that in your mindscape you had infinite mana and your body was at its peak. Now your mana reserves are C class and your body condition is D rank. Thanks to Naruto's others, it would have been worse than a dead man's corpse, Saber says, with worry. Sorry Saber, I forgot. 500 years made me a little bit arrogant. I'll work on my body, Naruto says. That's all I ask for, Naruto-kun. I don't want to see you hurt, Saber says. Okay, Furia, from tomorrow, I'll work with you on sword skills, cast off on my magic, and the others will help me train my body detection skills again for the future and in real life, not in my mindscape, Naruto yelled, as they made it to their house or apartment. We now skip a month. Naruto has done 50 C-rank missions and has started to train with his servants, getting a decent body, but his body wasn't as strong as in his mindscape, since he couldn't manipulate his age to be at its peak, which means he still had the flaws of being short and having a child body. Naruto is currently in the Hokage's office. Naruto-kun, today you'll be going on a B-rank mission with your servants and Yu-Gi-Oh sensei, Hiruzen says. But guys, that's all for today. Peace.